Hello and thank you for watching my video. This is part of the Heart of Thorns stress test beta that was going on the 24th of March, and I wanted to show you guys, this is me creating a Revenant, because I'm going to do a couple of videos that's going to talk about the gameplay, the style, you know, a little bit about the Revenant and the skills associated with the Revenant, and a little bit about the Heart of Thorns actually itself, and some of the new skill mechanics. So as you can see here, everything's pretty standard, the same character creation on, you know, login. And I'm not really generally going to talk for much in this video, because this video we're going to look at this story mode of Heart of Thorns and what happens when you go straight into the game. So a big spoiler alert: if you do want to, you know, if you want to ignore this, you know, the story mode of this, the sort of the initial starting point of Heart of Thorns, then I wouldn't advise watching this video, because it is just going to be about the opening story. And if you do want to be, you know, I'm sure that things will change before the actual demo comes out, but I hope you guys enjoy this. This is actually me playing as a Revenant during this story mode. Some of my other videos are going to have looking at the different skills of the Revenant and some of the abilities of the Revenant, but this demo here is going to look at the story mode and the opening story and how the gameplay, you know, sort of takes place. Enjoy.
So much wreckage.
Is it possible that Mordremoth took down the entire fleet?
The evidence is all around us. I doubt we'll find many survivors either.
Hey, my mother was on one of those ships.
Don't worry. I didn't plan this attack or put your mother at the front of it.
Bram, get back here!
Here's to Gulkin's son. I want to know where she is.
Bram, you can't just run off like that. We're in enemy territory.
You are a welcome sight, Commander. The situation here is grim. Mordremoth tore the fleet apart. The Pact is in ruins. Lack of leadership is the issue. Traherne and Destiny's Edge were taken prisoner, and my soldiers no longer trust me.
And you're surprised? Scarlet, Aaron, and now this. Mordremoth always does the most damage when Sylvari are involved.
We need to strengthen the defenses around here. Our priority has to be salvaging weapon parts from the crash site.
What about our comrades in the cavern? The Pact does not abandon its own.
Look around, sir. There is no more Pact, and the prisoners you want to save are probably already dead.
Think it through, soldier. We need greater numbers, or any salvage party we send will disappear like the others.
This isn't helping. Just tell us where Destiny's Edge is, please.
Larenthir, stand by. I need to think this through. Everyone listen up. We've suffered a serious setback, but we're far from beaten. Larenthir is still your commanding officer. I've debriefed him, and he has my full confidence. Clear?
Yes, Commander.
Larenthir will join my extraction team. Everyone else, dig in and fortify this position. Now fall in and let's get to work. These bloodstains say someone was dragged through here. Can't tell if they were alive or dead, though.
Stop them! Keep them away from the cages!
up here!
Commander, did you hear that? It came from above us, at the top of those stairs. The enemy keeps collecting corpses and prisoners. This is the first time we've had any sign of where they wind up.
Okay, so I wanted to come in and talk a little bit about what we've seen so far. Obviously, the difference being that the character voice actions and animations are really much improved. We don't get any of the side-by-side screen that we had in the original release of Guild Wars 2. We get sort of yourself actually in the actual action. You get a little speech bubble if you want to read it, but you can actually see your character really emphasizing the fact that you're the boss. And I really felt, much more, so you feel much more epic, the fact that you're in command, you're the one making the decisions. Traherne's been captured, Destiny's Edge has been captured, you've come along, you're the man, you're the one in charge. Also, a little point here, you'll notice that there's these Mordrum guards actually are talking as well. So these obviously could play a part very similar to the Sylvari, in the fact you having enemies that are actually talking to us. I mean, obviously you have the same thing with like the Risen, that they talk to us, and you have with Jormag's Ice Brew, they do again sort of talk to us. But I found it interesting that obviously that they're not sort of, the different voice acting isn't really too dissimilar. They could well be sort of, well, in fact they are obviously related to the Sylvari, because they're the Mordrum Guard, and you've got the the Nightmare Court. I think they're going to have some sort of relationship between them. But yeah, I mean, so far this demo was pretty cool. Getting to experience it, I felt generally as a commander coming in, I feel a lot more empowered. You can see there that obviously the little speech bubble going on, and I felt that the actual graphics and the ambience and the sort of surroundings are remarkable. Really, there's going to be a huge amount of depth to the game. Not just in like story, but in the visuals. You saw me just look up a moment ago, and you've got so many different layers and levels to the game. Not only that, you brought in the Revenant, which I have talked a little bit about on this channel, and I will come back and do a complete video on the Revenant and its skill set. But I wanted to talk about, generally the demo here and the story, because I know, there were issues with some of the story in Guild Wars 2. Guild Wars 1 had some fantastic story in that, and I feel that, did the living story live up to it? Possibly, there were a lot of people that were unsatisfied by it. We've got to have high hopes for the next sort of the Heart of Thorns story. Should have taken a lot of the lessons from the living world, from the errors that, or the choices that they made for Guild Wars 2, and surely go back to some of the things that made Guild Wars 1 so great, and go back to that. So I'm hoping that you guys have been noticing how I play on the Revenant. I have to be honest, a lot of the skills I had no idea what I was doing for a while here. I have no idea what I'm actually doing. I'm just pretty much face rolling this. I'm trying to see what's doing a lot of damage. It's kind of hard to tell. I'm trying to take everything in, and it's going to be a little bit tricky to sort of get to grips with Revenant so very easily. And I think this is where not leveling up a Revenant straight away to level 80 may benefit you, because you may learn sort of the skills as you're going along. However, I want to level my Revenant up to level 80 and get there this quickly. You'll notice here I'm taking out this boss here, so it's going to take a little while. So that's why I decided to give you guys a little bit of feedback on this part of the story. And again, you've got this whole thing that, the Sylvari, are they good or are they evil? Some are good, some aren't. You have the Pale Reavers that might have been turned to, sort of, Mordrum offside. Remember, the Sylvari were the only race that were able to survive Zaitan's corruption. If once a Sylvari died in ore, they didn't become risen. So something to bear in mind, and I'm hoping that they're going to take that forward with the story. But generally, I have high hopes for the Heart of Thorns. I felt that this small snippet of story with the demo and the stress test here really sort of, you know, it's got the beginnings for something pretty epic. I think Kanak's going to be a very interesting character because obviously he's the Sylvari element of sort of Destiny's Edge 2.0, and you know, you've got to have he's got a bit of an attitude, and he's going to be the feisty one, and he's not going to take anything from any, like, sort of, if somebody has a go at him saying, "Oh, you're Sylvari, you're evil," he's going to be like, "Nah, I'm not evil, nah." So it should be quite interesting to see how he develops in the story. You've got Braham, and he's searching for his mother because obviously they are the living world made up. We get a cool little boss fight here. Sorry, I should really stop talking, but yeah, and obviously you have Timey searching for Zosha. But yeah, I felt this story was pretty interesting, enjoyable. And this is just a demo, and I am really looking forward to Heart of Thorns. Now I'm going to shut up, and I'll let you enjoy the rest of the sort of me killing this little boss here, and we'll get a little cinematic. And thanks for watching my video, and we'll see you on the next one.
Mordremoth's forces overpowered us. They locked us up here with corpses from the crash site. They took the others south to join the Jungle Dragon's army. We would have been next, but we didn't break. And now we're going to give Mordremoth's horde a taste of what it gave us.
With you.